This is like a #1 mistake that traders do, and they get absolutely clapped after. Okay, I'm going to be analyzing two winning trades, NZD/USD and GBP/USD, basically showing you my thought process, the way I analyze, and all the way down to my entry point. So step A through step Z, let's get to it. All right, first things first, let's start off with the higher time frames. In this case, let's start off with the daily. You can clearly see we're bullish. How do we know this? We are breaking structure to the upside. Boom, we had a lower low here, and we broke this higher low here. Boom, officially making this a higher high. Okay, so what point did we exactly break? It was right here. Check this out. Boom. So we are officially breaking up, and we're just waiting for price to get pullbacks, back up, pullback, back up, pullback, back up, higher low, higher high, sorry, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, now let's move down to the 4 hour. You can see the 4 hour is telling us the same thing. We're breaking higher highs, higher low, higher high. We broke this high here. And to make it even better, we're bouncing off a 4 hour demand. As you can see, price is reacting off here, indicating bullish behavior. Okay, so now what is the 1 hour telling us? We're reacting in a bullish manner here. So you can see we are having a push up right in this area. Boom, we are pushing up. Okay, so now let's go down to my entry zone, which was the 15-minute, and I can show you how it looked during New York session and how I got this trade. So let's break this down. Let's erase all of this. Let's go ahead and turn on the sessions. So 6:30 a.m. my time is when New York opens. So this basically was looking like this. So now that we know that the daily is bullish, the 4 hours bullish, the 1 hour bullish, we're going to play bullish. Okay, so now we need a clear break of structure to the upside, leaving a demand zone. So let's go ahead and play it out. Boom. You can see we are clearly pushing up, and we left a 15-minute demand zone here. Opposite candle. Let's mark that off. 15-minute demand. Let's go ahead and put our risk to reward. Stop loss below the structure. I think it was targeting a 2.66, which was just the high of a 1 hour zone. And at this point, all we're really doing is just waiting. We're sitting on our hands until it hits the actual demand zone. It almost hit here, but not quite. We have to be precise in this. Okay, let's go ahead and play this out. Boom. We are officially in here. Right in this entry zone. It tapped it, and we are officially in. So now let's just play this out. Boom. TP hit. On to the next one. Okay, so now GBP/USD was a 5-minute demand zone play. Let me show you how I broke this down. So GBP/USD, we're on the weekly. We can see it's a reversal play. How? Because we broke this higher low here, officially making higher highs. So where did we break? At what point? We broke at this point here. Let me be a little bit more precise for you guys. We broke this point here. Boom. Breaking up and hoping to continue all the way up, right? Okay, moving down to the daily now. We can see a structure to the upside. Boom, we have a pullback, and boom, we break the structure up here because we closed, right? So now we're just waiting for price to hopefully continue back up, right? So now this is the 4 hour. Let's go ahead and break this down again to make it a little bit clearer. You can see that the 4 hour had this huge impulse down here. So eventually through time, we officially broke this high. Boom, you can see these candles closing and moving back up. Now let's go down to the 1 hour. What is the 1 hour telling us? It is basically telling us the same. Let's go ahead and delete this. We're pushing up. Boom, boom, pullback. Didn't break here yet. Officially broke up here. Little pullback. We're breaking up. So we're basically making higher lows, higher highs. So now we have the weekly, daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour bullish. Okay, so how did I get my setup? Let's go back to New York session open. This is around 6:30, and this is what I saw. So I'm just waiting for a bullish impulse to the upside. Why? Because the higher time frames are telling me to play bullish. All right, so some of you guys might play this bearish supply here. Why would you do that? If the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour is telling you to play bullish. This is like a #1 mistake that traders do, and they get absolutely clapped after. Okay, as for me, I'm just waiting for a bullish setup. Why? Because I already told you, the higher time frames are telling us to go bullish. So I'm just waiting for structure to be broken here. This top structure to be exact. Boom, now that we are officially broken to the upside, and knowing the higher time frames wants us to play to the upside, I'm going to play at this demand zone here. This was my setup. Boom. Check this out. Let's mark down our 5-minute demand zone. So let's go ahead and get our risk to reward. Put my stop loss below structure. And we are targeting the highs here. Boom. This will get me a 1 to 2.35. So what do we do now? We just wait, sit on our hands and wait for our 5-minute demand / entry zone to be hit. Let's go ahead and play this. Boom. We are officially in the tap here, right in the zone. To the pit, to the wick, and we just wait for price to play out. So I am going to go to the 15-minute and skip some time because this trade took a bit. So let's go ahead and play this. I almost got stopped out here. Almost got stopped out here. But we have to trust the process and trust the strategy. So we remain in the play. And boom, we have officially hit a 1 to 2.35. Simple as that.